How's your club? Todd, feel like a long way from a Chuka at the moment, though?
Yeah, we've just got in now and this is huge, so yeah, it's a fair way from home.
Yeah. First impressions of the stadium?
It's impressive. Yeah, it's big, long walk down from the change rooms, but I haven't even had a look at the wicket yet, so I'm not sure what to expect from that point of view, but yeah, it's an impressive stadium.
Can you compare it to anything? Does it feel like the MCG or?
Nah, no, I wouldn't say so at all. It's sort of, yeah, it's massive. Yeah, it's very cool.
What do you think it's going to be like with 100,000 people on Thursday?
Yeah, it's going to be noisy. It's exciting though. I think everyone sort of looks forward to those opportunities where you can play in front of those sort of crowds. So yeah, it'll be great. It'll be a great atmosphere and yeah, something a bit different. So awesome.
And you're coming to the last test of your debut tour. How have you found it all and the rise that you've had?
Yeah, it's been pretty surreal. I think the tour I was coming over here, not really sure what to expect with opportunities and that. So to play the first 3 tests and be a part of a winning side last week was awesome. So yeah, it's been a great tour and I think it's something that I'm going to look back on for a long time and yeah, be really proud of what's sort of come of it.
You've had Virat 3 times and the last one in indoor looked like the perfect setup. Is that how it worked out for you? You push one across him and then next over spun one back. Is that what you're aiming for?
I think it's always nice when it sort of looks like that, and yeah, I think sort of the plan from around the wicket's always to be able to challenge both sides of the edges. So yeah, for that to work out the way it did was, yeah, it was nice, and yeah, to get him out again was awesome as well.
Just on that duel with Virat, like you said, you've gone past his outside edge quite a few times. Just how much have you enjoyed that battle? He's batted well as well. He's hung in there, and then you got him on.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I think I look back to Nagpur, and when he walked out the bat, I was sort of at the top of my mark, like thinking, wow, this is just as good as it gets, getting the ball to a guy like that. So to be able to have that for the first 3 tests and yeah, a couple of really good battles has been awesome and yeah, really enjoyable. And it's yeah, no different to bowling to a lot of their guys when they stand there. It's daunting at times, but it's also exciting.
The first one, obviously, in Nagpur was a bit on the lucky side. Was it nice to, I suppose, work through plans and I suppose get in the way you thought of it in your head?
Yeah, definitely. I think it is always nice when plans come off, and at times you sort of, as you said in Nagpur, it wasn't ideal dismissal, but you sort of take what you can get. So yeah, to have a couple of times the last 2 games where the plans have worked has been really, really nice, and I think it's good validation that what we're thinking works.
And what about your, I suppose, adaptability as an off-spinner, using different seam positions, different paces, different angles? I mean, that's clearly something you've been working on from a fair way out, not just a couple of weeks before coming here.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's something that I've sort of been able to work away while playing a lot of white ball cricket, was just varying seam positions and speeds, and I think that's been able to hold me in decent stead coming across here, that I can sort of adapt to whatever need be. And also in like playing with Nathan Lyon, there's different roles I've got to play. So yeah, to be able to do that and yeah, be able to just come in and out of different, I suppose, scenarios has been handy for me.
Were you specifically asked or working on just keeping the runs down as much as you could in indoor?
I'm not specifically asked, but I think you get a pretty good indication of what the game needs. And with Gaz doing what he was doing at the other end, it was sort of, yeah, my role you're still looking to take wickets, but yeah, if you can hold the scoreboard, that's as good as anything when he's doing what he's doing at the other end.
It's not very often Australian spinners will operate as a trio. What's it been like? And kind of, following on from what Dan has said, how does it change your role from innings to innings?
Yeah, it's something I've never really experienced, playing with 2 other frontline spinners, so it's different from that point of view. I think it's, and Steve talked about it before the last test, it's sort of putting your ego away and just knowing that you're only going to come on and bowl short spells at times, and it doesn't mean that you're not bowling well. So it's probably just accepting that and knowing that at different times you're going to have to play different roles, and if you want to be able to work the 3 of us, you've got to be able to do that. So it's been enjoyable though, and I think we all were able to work off each other really well, and we're quite different. So yeah, it's working well at the moment.
How much of it is when you're not bowling and you're seeing the other 2 bowl? Have you developed the knack of just reading what's happening with the pitch and what they're doing and what the batters are doing, and how's that aspect been?
Yeah, I think you definitely get a good feel for the game when the other 2 are batting and you're able just to observe and sort of get a feel for what's happening. So yeah, when you're not bowling, you still feel like you're learning and yeah, I suppose trying to take in what your next opportunity is going to look like.
How about, you talk about how big this ground and stuff, dealing with, the crowds have been really loud in the first 3 tests. How have you gone about, dealing with that side of things? Yeah,
I haven't played in front of heaps of sort of big crowds back home, so I sort of come over here with just the mindset of just enjoying it and embracing sort of what comes with India and play with a smile on my face. And as I said at the start, I didn't really know what opportunities I get at the start of this tour. So just trying to embrace it and enjoy it, and whatever comes of that comes of it.
Can you just talk us through, I suppose, the emotions of debut emotion, losing a test match by a lot, Delhi where you look like you're very much in it and sort of lose it in an hour, and then actually winning a test match. It's a lot to take in, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of gone through all the emotions being over here, but yeah, I think the first two tests it was probably more disappointing the fact that we were in the game a lot of the time, and then it was just the 1 hour where things happened just frantically, and you do end up losing the test by a lot. So looking back on that, we still were sort of able to take away that we've been in the game. So to put that, I suppose, into play last week and yeah, put a complete test together was really, really pleasing, and yeah, to be a part of my first test win was something that I'll cherish forever.
And just what's it like as a young player in this team? Because you've got like quite a lot of very senior guys. You've got a few guys sort of in the middle, like your sort of Marnus, Trav kind of generation, and then you guys among a younger group. How do the three mix together, or how much do they mix?
It's been a great group to come into actually. Like everyone's, I think, really comfortable with where they're at in their career, and yeah, happy for guys to come in and just express themselves, and which has been, yeah, it's been awesome for me to sort of come in and know that you're not getting judged or anything like that, and guys believe in what you're doing, and when you go out there and put your skills on show, that everyone backs you. So yeah, it's been a really good group to come into, and yeah, everyone sort of embraced each other, which is great.
Joe, your relationship with Matthew Kuhneman, you spent quite a bit of time now, Sri Lanka, Chennai, now it could well be the future, working a lot together. So just how is that developing?
Yeah, it's been really cool actually. I think we spoke about it after Cooney debuted, and like at the start of the season we both weren't in the statesides, and to be here now playing test match cricket together, like it's pretty surreal, and it's happened a lot faster than we probably both expected, but yeah, we've just tried to enjoy it, and yeah, the relationship's building really nicely, and we can talk about spin bowling and what works, what doesn't. So yeah, and it's been great to see him come in and do really well also.
Does it involve spending a lot of time off the field as well with each other?
Yeah, I think from sort of, as you mentioned before, what we've been sort of through together over the last 12 months, we've been able to develop a relationship where you can go to each other and just talk about it without anyone else judging. So yeah, we're able to go through that and sit down and have dinner and just speak about how good it is to be out here playing Test cricket.
Just looking at.
Just Todd, like I guess things have gone so much faster than you expected so far. This is the last test in Asia for quite a while. Do you almost feel like things will happen a bit slower over the next couple of years? How have you got your head around that? Yeah,
I think definitely. I haven't thought too far ahead, but yeah, I think when you look at it, like Gaz is still bowling as good as he ever has. So yeah, when this series does come to an end, it is going to slow down a little bit. I think it's quite rare other places in the world to play two spinners. So, but I think to have this taste so early, I think it's going to drive me to keep getting better and want it even more when it next hopefully does come.
That was almost my question, but just to follow up from that, are you keen over the winter to keep bowling as much as you can? There has been some talk of a county deal being in place. I guess they'll want spare spinners on the Ashes tour, but you might not play a lot. Is that going to be a balance for you?
Yeah, I think so, and it's probably a balance that I've got to keep working out. As I said at the start, I haven't really played a full season of state cricket yet, so to jump off the back of this, go to England and play some games is going to be really good for me as well. But yeah, just got to manage my body and make sure everything's right in that sense. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going over there and just learning and keep playing cricket and try and develop as much as I can.
How do you work on the fog on the lens whenever that comes through?
I've been pretty lucky that it hasn't been too bad so far, but I do have a few a few lens cleaners that's meant to be anti-fog, so I go to them if I need them.
Were there any times on this trip with the heat, the humidity that it has been?
Nah, not to a point when I've been out there. I try to be a bit proactive with it and do it at the start of sessions and at drinks breaks and that, but I haven't been caught out there where I'm struggling, so hopefully it doesn't come to that out here.
How bad is your eyesight?
We won't go there, Lou.
Awesome, guys.
All good. Thanks, Todd.
Thanks, guys.
That's going to be strong.
लेफ्ट साइड रहना है ना ना बिल्कुल इसके पास ही रहना है इसके 45 डिग्री एंगल में आगे रखना
That's glorious.
It's been pretty surreal, I think. The 2 hours coming over here.